Hello and welcome to the Retro Detroit Nerdfighters podcast. My name is Ian the Well-Informed, and I'm here with Phil the Philibadger.
Hey, and we're coming to you live from the Four Seasons Total Landscaping. Hopefully this show won't be as much of a train wreck as the other famous event that happened there.
I mean, all the memes that came out of this, and no one put out that the incredibly awful game Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I mean, it speaks for itself.
Now, what is there a connection to the Four Seasons to the Plumbers Don't Wear Ties game? Because I remember I watched an angry video game nerd video about that a couple of years ago, but I don't remember too much about it. Just that the whole game made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean that's the point of my joke. Like,
Okay,
that makes literally no sense, and that our friendly neighborhood Rudy Giuliani was wearing a tie, which he shouldn't have been.
Because he's a plumber.
Yes, exactly. Instead of the
because of all the bad stuff that ends up coming out of his mouth that makes him a plumber.
You said it, not me.
I tried to keep it clean, but
you are keeping it clean. He's not. All right, yeah. But it's been almost a month since we did an episode.
Yeah, it's like it's and in 2020 years, that's like 4 years. So
and 4 years within 2016 to 2020 feels like 50 years. So basically,
yes.
So basically, we should be the same age now.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I've aged like 50 years since 2016. So, how's everything else going for you, Ian?
Pretty good. I just having a small talk. Just staying really, really busy, taking classes.
I hear they're working you. Yeah, I think it sounds like they're working you quite a bit, though.
I mean, like, that's the main reason why we haven't had an episode in a month is I keep wanting to have some time to myself, and it's not happening with work. Because
yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I know.
Like,
fortunately, my work is able to give me time off on occasion.
Yeah.
I've also been with my employer enough years that I have PTO to burn. So
yeah, I unfortunately burned through it in May, so there's no way.
Oh no.
No, I not that I had much of a choice, but like,
right.
But no, it's just like the people are mad that there's no jobs to be had, but then all the jobs that I'm working at are understaffed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't drive around much in this town without seeing Target's willing to pay $15 an hour, come work for them, or McDonald's is hiring, or those kind of jobs that people don't really enjoy but still need to be done. I think I think some folks are scared off by being called the essential workers, but not really being treated like it. So,
I mean, of course they're not being treated like essential workers. Like, we already know that I've been one of them. It's like, I mean, the one thing that when when the dust settles, not to be funny, but like, when the dust settles, the people who are going to have money to be able to keep some of these businesses open are going to be the essential workers because they've amassed a good amount of money because of
hopefully,
it.
yeah.
But because big business isn't treating them like that, it's like, that's a big reason why we're in this rut right now.
hmm
But
There's all kinds of reasons we're in this rut, but we don't have time to go through them all. I think we wanted to talk about other things, right?
yeah, it does make just to end it like this. I, it feels like our politics, our needs, and our wants. It's just like our topics are more and more becoming about politics, whether we want them to be or not. And I don't like
Well,
that. But
the downside of the last 4 years is unfortunately it's caused, I think, politics to infiltrate other areas of our lives where typically they don't intrude. Um, and hopefully that's something, hopefully the clock can get kind of wound back on that particular aspect of modern life, and then in the coming days here.
yeah,
Hopefully the American government is, a bit less of a bit less of a mess here, and can start uh you know not kind of being boring again. Let's just say that.
yeah, boring, or as some people call it, covert, which
hmm
is a little bit, true. But let's. I think we're done with this topic.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Uh, so what else do you want to talk about?
Well, finally started Assassin's Creed Origins a couple days ago,
It doesn't.
and
Oh, sorry.
and I feel like I've been missing out.
Missing out on
I
what?
I just haven't been able to get to the last couple Assassin's Creed games. Kind of trailed off with in the PS4 generation for a variety of reasons. Um, and I've always heard that Origins was a pretty nice revamp to that story. And so far, I've liked what I've played of it. I've only played like the first couple hours, but um, yeah, I kind of want to go back into this one and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, and I have played it a little bit. To be honest, I like it some because of just the mechanics and whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, and how they explore it is a little bit like Prince of Persia, where
Uh-huh.
it's a little bit less canny, more uncanny.
Right.
Um,
Yeah,
but what
I just been getting bored with. I remember getting bored with Assassin's Creed, and I couldn't really get into Assassin's Creed Unity. Even in its more fixed up state that it is, it's still kind of goofy, and at the end didn't really do much for me. And just didn't really have time for it anymore. So I just didn't go there, and finally decided to pick it back up and see what it was. And it's a night and day difference. Origins versus the ones that came before, and I'm looking forward to see where that series goes going forward.
Yeah, I've always liked the series some, except for the games that I didn't play, which are the ones that weren't any good. But the one that had really bad graphics.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, it's good that that's Ubisoft, right?
Yes, it is.
It's good that they've made a good game.
I've always, I'm of the opinion, I think Ubisoft does make some of the better games in the AAA space. They don't feel, too oppressive. They don't feel like they're going to take you hostage. So, um, and for the microtransactions are there, but you don't. I have never felt a need to engage in them, and I see you smiling because I've dropped a breadcrumb for you.
Yes, you have. There was. I should have been like, no, you haven't at all. But you, I messed up the joke. Oh, but no, like you said, um, hostage, and
I sure did.
yes, and there was news that came out this week that there was a hostage situation in one of their headquarters.
Yeah, I think they're Montreal headquarters, right?
Yes,
Which
correct.
is where Assassin's Creed comes from.
Yes. I did see later during the end of the week that there was no it was a false alarm.
Uh-huh.
But I can't prove or disprove that in any way. It just seems like they're
Need to get Rudy Giuliani on that case, I think. Might be a better use of his time.
oh, but you'd have to change the name of the company to Rudy Soft. Sorry.
Oh, that's scary. That's nasty.
Yeah, I'm just I am going to check to see if Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is an Ubisoft game. Hold on.
I don't believe it is. I think it was some no-name publisher because I think it only wound up coming for the 3DO.
It is it's by United Pictures or Kieran Entertainments. It came on the 3DO interactive multiplayer.
Oh,
So no,
wow.
it wasn't in
So you
Ubisoft.
can bring your friends in to play that garbage with you.
Yes, you can dress up like Super Mario or a little bit like Waluigi.
Just don't put a tie on, right?
Yeah, you'll lose. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, what else? No, it just seems like that story is just trying to get Ubisoft some attention, given that Jim Sterling has come out to say how all levels of that company have had certain things happen to it that are what's it called?
Shady.
shady or not safe for work stuff.
Okay, yeah, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that video, so
Yeah, it's dark. I will put it at that.
uh-huh.
Uh, but no, like not a lot with Ubisoft, but uh, am I getting this right? Xbox, the new Xbox and the PlayStation 5 are out now, right?
Yes. Yeah, they both of those came out last week.
So the PlayStation 5 Trapper Keeper is here, and the
Uh-huh.
Xbox. Some people have decided that they're going to vape their machines. So,
Uh-huh. I mean, it does look like a refrigerator, so
Xbox
yeah,
had to.
I go ahead.
Oh, Xbox had to put out a statement that says "Don't vape your machines," and I'm like, "What happened now?"
That's the most 2020 thing, I think. That's one of the more 2020 things that's happened in this last week.
I feel that would happen any year.
Yeah.
Like people just got bored and decided.
Well, and I mean, if we got people who are going to try to eat a Switch cartridge, I suppose, folks are going to try to vape on their Xbox Series X machine. So
I
I'm just waiting to see when the PS5 Trapper Keeper becomes sentient and takes over the world here.
They have plans. They're going to
And we
put
need
seeds
Bill
of.
Cosby to come from the future and save us all.
No, he's in
You
jail
never
right
saw that
now.
episode. You never. Well, that's why we need him to come from the future. You never saw that episode of South Park?
No, I have not.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
great episode. I think it's season 3. Yeah, Eric Cartman buys a trapper keeper, and it ends up it's the most intelligent trapper keeper ever, and it eventually merges with him and merges with his consciousness, and he uses it to take over the world, and a cyborg comes back from the future to stop him, and the android gives the name of Bill Cosby so that the kids would trust him.
Cyborg Bill Cosby, so he
Uh-huh.
can
Not
look a
actually Bill
little.
Cosby, but
Bill Cosby. Okay.
right.
Uh, it seems legit. Seems kosher. All right. No, the only I like the episode. When it comes to South Park, I really like the episode where um, Barb Brady. I don't like it. I just like what it. I like what it portrays.
Uh-huh.
What it makes people who know the law system realize. I
Uh-huh.
like the episode where Barb Brady accidentally shoots a kid, but
Oh, I don't remember that one. It's been a while.
it's the one where PC Principal decides to call a police report. Hey, do a police report. Barb Brady goes over, and the scene ensues.
Oh no, I fell off the South Park train, I think, right before the PC Principal debuted. So
Oh, that that episode is so good, and I will say this: Um, Bart Brady did everything right. I am sticking to that. No matter what
Okay.
people say.
That sounds like a pretty hot take there, Ian.
Let's see. Speaking of animated shows, what do you think about Animaniacs coming to Hulu?
Well, I haven't subscribed to Hulu. I'm not sure I'm ready to make that leap.
I would agree. Like,
I don't like to get a subscription service for just one show,
even if it is Animaniacs.
even if it is Animaniacs. Yeah.
I mean, I love that show.
Oh,
I
I enjoyed it back in the day too.
but Animaniacs is the type of show that should be on all platforms because it's just that good.
It
It
feels
should.
like you think it would be on HBO Max of all places.
I know. I don't know, but I agree with you anyway.
Well,
Because
I mean,
I don't know
it should be
HBO.
on HBO because they're owned by Warner Brothers, and
Yeah,
we know the Animaniacs are the Warner brothers and sisters. So
yeah, and
unless the backstories change for the reboot,
I hope not. But you know it is. Where they're up in the
Ian
water.
doesn't know now. Now it sounds like it's a dark and gritty reboot that isn't really called for.
I didn't think
Joy.
about that. I legit. I didn't think about that. The thing that made it, the thing that made it like kind of special was they're up in the water tower, but no,
Exactly.
but now they're not at the water tower. Oh, how are they? Hey, I want to see the
Did they
first
all have to get
episode.
new
I want to
names?
see the first episode just so that they.
Just so we can understand the backstory.
Yes. Shoot, I'm gonna have to spend money now. I don't want
You don't have a
to.
free trial. You don't have a free trial left for Hulu?
No, because
Oh dear.
I'm not the free trial type person. I end up
Well, I
not.
think if you just go to their website and sign up, you get a month for free.
I mean, we're not sponsored by them, and that would help us to get money. But
Hint, hint.
um,
Hulu, if you're listening.
yes, please give us money. um, but no, like you can Animaniacs if you want to. You can do it on Hulu, but if you don't Hulu, and if you don't Hulu,
Then you're no Animaniac of mine.
yes. Thank you for ending that. uh, uh,
We'll be here at the Four Seasons all week, right?
yes, we're at the Four Seasons all week, and I'm
Because the
homesick,
real
I
Four
guess.
Seasons doesn't want us, right?
How am I gonna know? But I don't mind living in a garage, but I'm sure that the people occupying it will mind.
Yeah, that's the thing about rightful owners.
Yeah. I tried to go for a joke, but I'm trying too hard. Uh, um, but another show that's getting a whole lot of attention are The Boys. Have you seen The Boys lately?
Which boys are these? Are these the ones from? Oh gosh, which boys? Which boys? I don't know. Yeah, I got
Uh,
nothing.
the boys that are supposed to look a lot like Justice League, but it's set to be considerably darker.
Oh, you mean the DC Extended Universe?
No,
As seen through the eyes of Zack Snyder? Because that
no,
was pretty dark.
no. I mean, like, there's this one character that looks like Superman, but his name is Homelander, and when you look at the show, he seems he seems sort of like the bad guy of this whole series. And there's these characters called the Boys, like 7 guys and one lady. I may be getting the numbers wrong on that, where they're always like butting heads in that sense. You don't exactly know who the good guy is in this series.
Huh. Yeah, I have heard of it. Um, and but I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's kind of basically kind of a dark and twisted take of, a traditional superhero narrative that we've gotten used to with the MCU, and to a lesser extent, the DC and the Superman movie from the 70s, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's from what I've heard, there's that show has gotten a lot of attention, and I I know one of the sources where um, the boys really did their homework on this one. They went on to the YouTubes and decided they would show their characters off on Death Battle. If we've talked about them some on here, right?
Uh, let's pretend we haven't, then refresh my memory.
All right. So there's this channel that was formerly known as Screw Attack, and so um, they they renamed it to Death Battle because for people who've watched the show a lot, that's the show that has gained the most attraction over the years. It's a show that pits two characters or two teams together and makes them fight to the death. And the um, the behind this the behind the scenes people do tons of research based on the character's strengths, weaknesses, weapons that they use, things like that.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And the two like main hosts are um I forget their names. Shoot. Someone named Boomstick, and I cannot remember the other one from
Yeah,
life of
I
me.
remember Screw Attack from way, way, way back, but I don't remember anybody involved in it now. They haven't been a thing now for a couple of years.
Screw Attack, yeah, Screw Attack is no longer a company. Death Battle, Screw Attack or Death Battle was bought out by Rooster Teeth. So now they're under the umbrella of Rooster Teeth. But yeah, I personally like the show because like you see these you see characters that would normally not fight together, like Goku versus Superman, or Mario versus Sonic, but not being at Olympic Games, things like that.
Or not in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Or Simon Belmont versus Mega Man.
Simon Belmont. Yeah. But those are two Smash. Oh, no, I'm wrong. One of them, the
I don't
Smash
think.
character.
Yeah,
Simon is
Mega
not.
Man I think is in. Yeah, Mega Man's in Smash Brothers, I think.
Yeah, he is. Mega Man X versus Simon Belmont. That'd be, yeah. But yeah, like the boys have gotten a lot more attention because they've done really, really good marketing on their end, like having Death Battle and among other things.
Okay, yeah, and
where their content would fit. but
right, okay.
but let's see. I personally have only seen the the death battle of that show and not anything else on the show. But it looks like a fun
Is,
show to watch.
oh, The Boys is.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, it's up like all the time in my Amazon Prime as something to check out, but I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So
Speaking of shows, hold on. I heard that HBO Max, as if there's enough HBOs to go around. Yeah, there needs to be a service that has all of the HBOs called HBO
well, if you have
Go
an HBO
Around.
Max, if you have an HBO Max, it kind of follows that you have to have an HBO Min at some point.
I'm not sure.
I'd like to see what's on that service. Maybe just a couple random episodes of True Blood and Sopranos, but not even ones that are consecutive.
I would think that Reading Rainbow would be on there because that'd be the bare minimum. Just the basics. But I heard that HBO Max is trying to acquire the show Venture Brothers.
Thought I heard something about that. Maybe I'll finally get a chance to check it out.
They never
Now
got
that I get HBO Max free with my cell phone plan, so
that's good. You will have to tell me how that if HBO Max ends up doing that show, how it turns out. Because I personally they've really done a very good job of bringing to light a lot of their characters and especially yeah, that's all I'll say on that.
uh-huh.
Mhm. But yeah, I really want to see a season 8 where they actually conclude everything. I personally want to see a character named Red Death. It's like characters like that in Captain
Is that?
Sunshine.
Oh, that's for the boys, right?
No, those are Venture Brother characters.
Oh, okay.
Yep. When you get a chance, go to Red Death hostage scene, and you will not be disappointed.
That's Red Dead hostage scene.
Red Death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you get a chance, you can. There are certain there's characters like Brock Sampson who are trained assassins, and Red Death is like the oldest assassin within that universe. But whenever they say that there's a job that needs an assassin, he just lights up.
Okay.
But he loves his job, basically. But
Right.
But this is not for the kids out there. This is this is more of an adult show, correct?
Yeah, I think that's why I think it used to be part of Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. So
I wish it were still on there. I really, that's where it needs to be. But I can see why they let them go, and it's because of everything pandemic-wise.
right.
I don't think they have any bad blood with Adult Swim.
They're just moving on kind of thing, or
yeah. Let's see. You heard that the man with all the answers has passed away.
I thought he was the man with all the questions.
We had the questions. He had all the answers.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I wasn't the greatest. I used to watch Jeopardy quite a bit, not so much anymore.
And that's kind of the feel for everyone. And you put it on every once in a while. And you see the Jeopardy, the Daily Doubles, the Double Jeopardy, the Final Jeopardy. And it's not to soil anything that was. We know that this is Alex. Alex Trebek passed away. Yeah. Everybody. Everybody just kept saying that he lived a great life, that he did much more than just Jeopardy in his life.
He did.
But some people are saying that to tie things back around with Reading Rainbow, they say that LeVar Burton should be the new host.
Yeah, I've heard all sorts of crazy names for who the new host should be. I'm honestly surprised Sony wasn't farther along in making the decision of who the host should be.
I mean, there have been some not to get off no wanting to get off track, but who are they saying should be the host now? besides LeVar.
Well, I've heard names like Ken Jennings. I've heard names like George Stephanopoulos of all names. Um, those are two of the ones that kind of stuck out for me. I mean, we know Ken Jennings' history with Jeopardy, so um,
I mean,
that's not really a surprise.
I mean, there's been one person for the last 4 years where we haven't been able to effectively question his commands. I'm sure that he won't take host, but I'm just saying. And, but that's that's just to make things a little bit more lighthearted. um, but no, like Ken Jennings, maybe Dan Rather. I don't know if he'd rather or rather not.
Dan Rather is older than dirt. I don't know that that's something he'd want to do. I've heard, Neil deGrasse Tyson was hinted. I don't
Neil
know that would
deGrasse,
be his jam, but
I could see him doing it, but I'm not. Yeah, I would agree with you. I don't think it's his cup of tea. Um, um, I don't. I don't have. What would be funny is if they could do like celebrity hosts like Statler and Waldorf, or or who else? Not James. Oh no. Um, any. That's all I can think of funny guest hosts. But my personal take would be LeVar Burton, just because he has the relative experience with reading Rainbow. How there's tons and tons of top. He's done a ton of research on what's it called? Kids' books and things like that. He knows how much he has to be dedicated to how dedicated you have to be to do all that research. But you don't have to take my word for it.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So I was hoping that when you were um we were talking about the boys, your son would come in, but
No.
no, not perfect timing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We make do. We make do with what we're handed. So
So yeah, be given uh, um, what is due. And speaking of that, have you? I know you probably haven't. Have you ever heard of a company called Able Gamers?
it rings a bell, but fill me in because I'm sure I don't have the whole story.
I mean, I went on to Twitch the other day, and when I say the other day, I mean I'm starting to watch Twitch
Like
regularly.
so, like maybe 6 years ago and measured in 2020 terms, right?
Yeah. I saw this. I guess we'll give him a little bit of a shout out. I saw a streamer by the name of Grand Pooh Bear who said he was going to have his stream sponsored by State Farm and bring in the Able Gamers charity to help people who have physical and invisible disabilities by Able Gamers is a company that, and we're not sponsored by them. We're not affiliated with them.
But we just
They-
appreciate the work. You just appreciate the work they do, right?
I very appreciate the work that they do. They bring to light people who have physical disabilities and make controllers, like gaming controllers, for people who couldn't play games otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
that are compatible with like multiple systems, I believe. And that's, and they taken it one step further too. They actually have a certification called the APX certification that um, uh, can be used to make. It's a certification that, if passed, um, um, has you quote unquote realize, um, is a certification for to make inclusive games
Uh-huh.
that are more inclusive toward people with physical and invisible disabilities. And I find that um, I find that um, uh, kind of amazing on my end. It's,
Well, it
I
is. It is. Yeah, it is. It is an important. It is important work that does need to be done. Um, I take for granted that it's easy for me to play these games, and it's and I don't think about the folks who would have a challenge, even just with holding a controller, and how that locks them out of something that gives joy to a lot of people. So props to Able Games for trying to open this door for even more people.
Yeah, once this pandemic is over, they open doors for many groups of people. I wanna, I wanna see them do more, and they're, yeah, I want to see them grow. So we shall see what happens with them. Who
Uh-huh.
will probably, um, not saying that it'll happen, but I really want to possibly get somebody from that. I want to get somebody who works there to be a guest on here, and but that's for another time. But we shall see what happens.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, do we have anything else?
I don't. Um,
I mean,
it's been a while since we last recorded, but that's because we've had stuff going on, and just for other things. So it feels like we should have more stuff to talk about, but you know, the the recent election has just kind of sucked the air out of a lot of the other things that are going on, and just are preventing those from getting our attention. So
there's a the election is taking out so much of people's energy. It feels like a year has passed by within that last week between the day before the election to now. It's,
uh-huh.
it's just we've
And it's
As
kind
a
of
collective,
disheartening. Yeah, and it's disheartening that, depending on who you believe, this election went, one of two ways that just aren't compatible in a reality-based view. So,
the, there, I do have one more topic, but I want to keep
okay,
it kind of brief.
yeah, go ahead.
Um, I mean, be careful about what information you pull from this, because it's like I live under the standard of making sure that, like, if you get news from a source, you know, you see their sources, and also you see how they make their money. Because I see a lot of, and it happens a lot more to conservative news, but it does happen to other news networks.
Yeah,
Display they don't display where they make their money, like,
uh-huh.
and that's um uh how should I say this? That should be the standard from now on. Like like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, they should be displaying how they're making their money, so they are transparent with their audience.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I think, yeah, and if somebody doesn't want to tell you those things, especially if they're not a traditional newspaper or news source, you know, approach with a whole lot of skepticism.
Yeah, skeptical Ian and
Especially if that particular outlet is the only one reporting on anything, whether it confirms something you believe or goes against something you believe. you know I generally, in this age, I won't necessarily trust anything that I don't see reported in multiple news outlets.
yeah, and yeah, we want to, as a society, watch multiple um multiple news outlets, and uh I kept pointing to my background.
Right.
But yeah, um and your picture's Assassin's Creed, right?
Yes.
So but yeah, just making sure that um we do more than just stay informed. We stay well informed in
Mhm.
in this society,
with an
because
appro- with an ap- yeah with an appropriate amount of skepticism, and remember that extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof to be taken seriously.
exactly. I
and the
couldn't
burden of
agree
proof
more.
and the burden of proof is on the person making the claim.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
there
it's up to somebody to bring evidence for what they're saying. It's not up to you to disprove them. And I think we'll do a lot better as a society if we remember those things.
yeah, maybe we should make um uh, a nonprofit called Poly Gamers, but I think that they'll confuse it with something else.
Probably.
Yeah. Uh, uh, but yeah, that's all I've got outside of taking uh, business data analytics class and now learning Power BI. So
Oh, good luck.
Power BI is not how it sounds. It's an extension of Excel, Microsoft
Uh-huh.
Excel, basically. So it's proving to be pretty fun to work with. But um, so I'll grab Dave if he's not here.
Alrighty.
Dave, you're here. All right. So um, Phil, where can we find you?
Always and forever hiding out in my basement until till there's a vaccine.
Sounds cozy.
I would almost qualify that and say until a vaccine that has been proven both safe and effective.
That's a given, but thanks for the clarification.
Yes, and making sure that um, we're able to have herd immunity, because I do see more and more people who are like, we got the vaccine, anyone can take it. And I'm like, anyone doesn't mean everyone.
Yes.
Yes. So
Well, and the Pfizer vaccine is still going through trials, so it's not ready yet.
but yeah, you can find me wearing a tie. You could see
Because you're
dressing
not a
up as
plumber,
Luke
right?
on the Third.
Who's
Or
not a
Waluigi.
plumber.
Yes. You can find us at eInformed, informed with an A.com, or acting like Dr. Dre in Eminem's basement. We've done that joke already, haven't we?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we have. But yes, thank you.
Wear a mask.
Wear a
Wash your
mask,
hands.
wash your hands, wash your mask, wear your hands. uh, and yes,
Don't forget to be awesome.
don't forget to be awesome. There's more awesome now than World Sock. Thank goodness. At least for the moment. All right. Thank you.